Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. I want to discuss a few things I had on file and didn't get a chance to cover quite yet, so we're going to go through some of those today. Russia says it's ready for disconnection from SWIFT. So as Brussels is tightening the screws on Russia by threatening to shut the country off from one of the quickest and safest ways to receive and send money via electronic bank transfers, Moscow is getting ready for any eventuality in case of a shutdown. So Audrey Krutsky, Russian special presidential envoy for international cybersecurity cooperation, voiced Moscow's readiness to respond if Russia is disconnected from the SWIFT global payment network. However, according to him, threats to disconnect Russia from the SWIFT system are unlikely to be realized, stating as far as the technological and military political insurance against disconnection, one would have to ask specific specialists in these areas. Gazeta.ru quoted Krutsky as saying on Wednesday, "But our armored train stands on the side track, and of course, we have full confidence in our strength and the power of our response." So this is getting very interesting to see. As we know, there are a few assets that are already been tested and trialed and have been working with SWIFT, for example, like Zenfin, Stellar, and Ripple. So as we move forward, we know these assets will play a role in the future, but it'll be interesting to see how they unfold. Also, too, Kraken CEO reveals why it's a huge risk for crypto exchanges to list XRP. So stating the SEC's lawsuit over XRP for being unregulated security has yet to be concluded and has been hanging over Ripple since last December. Following the lawsuit, many exchanges have moved to halt XRP trading in the United States or to delist the cryptocurrency from their platforms entirely. In a tweet, Powell justified crypto exchanges' decision to delist XRP at the onset of the lawsuit, and he explained, "Huge asymmetrical risk for exchanges. We have to assume SEC's case is in good faith. Judges tend to side with agencies. If XRP is found to be a security, the SEC would say that exchanges should have known. Safe harbor pending outcome would have been responsible if only purpose is to test." And then, speaking of Kraken, will San Francisco lose the crypto exchange Kraken's headquarters? Because stated from San Francisco-based Kraken CEO Jesse Powell, he said on Fox Business that his company may have to move out of the United States. And where have we heard that before? So given the nation's regulatory regime, the critics say is hurting cryptocurrency innovation. And he states, "I think it's still on the table whether we stay a U.S. company." And that sounds, again, very familiar. Also, too, Bitwise's flagship fund seeks SEC reporting status. If it succeeds, Bitwise would join Grayscale as the only crypto fund issuers to register their products as a public reporting company. Just sharing so you can see the power of the SEC. So it is very important, and now led by Gary Gensler, to have the blessing to move forward with your company or your asset. Also, to the ASEAN Blockchain Consortium is now unveiled. 6 blockchain associations across the ASEAN and Australia virtually signed a Memorandum of Understanding, the MOU, to create the ASEAN Blockchain Consortium. The associations are from Singapore, Indonesia, the Philippines, the Labuan Territory in Malaysia, Thailand, and Australia. The stated aim is to collaborate to raise awareness and adoption of blockchain and digital assets and engage with regulators. And also, too, unlocking financial inclusion with CBDCs. Central bank digital currency, CBDC, can help governments overcome this shortcoming in the future and significantly boost financial inclusion efforts overall. So instead of relying solely on bank accounts or mobile money platforms, CBDCs have the potential to enable central banks to directly distribute funds to their citizens, augmenting their ability to receive aid and make payments and engage in commerce. So, of the people who do have bank accounts, many remain underserved and unable to access the full range of basic financial services such as savings, loans, mortgages, and other forms of credit. But in the United States, for example, about 14 million people are unbanked and 50 million are underbanked. So 2/3 of those unbanked adults also own a mobile phone, an important prerequisite for an effective CBDC rollout. And done properly, CBDCs have the potential to create better national and regional payment infrastructures, improve access to global markets, and greatly enhance financial equity for the world's and underbanked. And directly off of Ripple Insights, good article. So also Amazon is adopted a contactless palm scan payment at Whole Foods. Amazon is bringing its contactless payment options to Whole Foods, introducing its Amazon One Palm scanning method at the chain, and will move forward. Stellar Development Foundation invests $3 million in tribal credit. So investment supports Tribal's development of blockchain products and services built on Stellar, with a focus on increasing access to financial services in emerging markets like Latin America. And again, guys, I want to remind you it's not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. But before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. And much thanks to our VIP on Patreon, Surfmeister, and to each and every one of you. And we'll catch you in the next one.